Hello, this is DarkElf85 on YouTube, or HektontheMage on PSN, and welcome back to Shadowrun Dragonfall Director's Cut. Hope everyone's doing okay. I'm trying to get some Hekton out of my teeth. I'm failing miserably at it, and it's going to irritate me this entire time while I'm playing. If you're asking, Dark, what's some Hekton? Well, it is a little, well, it's a small bird dish. Well, it's a bird. Well, it's a small chicken. It's not a baby chicken. I know some people think that, or at least foreigners think that. It's an actual, just a chicken, a small type of chicken. And you eat it, well, you can eat it whenever, but like, usually you have it during the hot days of summer, the dog days of summer or whatever. And today, which I'm forgetting the name, it's something, I forget what there's a day, there's like the start of it, the middle of it, and the end of the hot days. And today's the start of it. Though it was pretty hot a few weeks ago. And we're in the middle of monsoon season, so, although it hasn't been raining for a few days. It's supposed to start raining again, I think either Sunday or sometime next week. I mean, today was pretty hot. I mean, it was like in the 90s. So. That's too hot for me. But, yeah, so I went out with some Korean colleagues of mine, and we had dinner at some Hekton place. It was kind of funny because I was actually at a coffee shop that was nearby it, and so I met them back at my university, and then once they picked me up, we went right back over to where I was. But whatever, it was just kind of funny. Okay, let's continue. If I remember correctly, Monika, no, that's what happened. Monika died. And we gotta get out of here. Yeah, payday was false. There is no data vault. It's a lie. I think I remember what character portrait I had. And it was the one that kind of looked like an emo character. I think that was the elf I had in my original. I can't check my original. Well, I might be able to check my original if I download the Shadowrun games to my PC. Because currently, like I've mentioned, the current Mac cannot play Shadowrun games because I think if I remember correctly, they're 32-bit Intel, not 64. Which is a shame, really. Well, actually, no, because, well, no, well, there might be a way to run them, but you have to do some different things. So, and yeah, we're not going to think about that. But yeah, why did I bring this up? I don't remember why I was bringing it up. Yeah, I don't know. Anywho, oh, actually, let's look at everyone's stats. Here's a willpower 4, intelligence 55, HP, action pool. Oh yeah, action pool is your AP. Wait, she has 1 essence. Why does she have 1? Wait, why do I have? Oh yeah, essence is your body for current cybernetic crap. So 6 max. I kind of looked up when I was like putting this stuff onto YouTube or editing it on YouTube. I did look up. Apparently, they're in the 6th edition. The 6th edition of Shadowrun came out in 2019, I guess. And they've added something called Edge to like Essence and Karma. I don't know. Like I said, I only played this game once and I was like 10, so... I mean, the tabletop RPG, obviously. Not this game! That wasn't me when I was 10 years old. Let's see. Quickness, intelligence, charisma, body. Does he have less HP? No, we have the same HP. Of course we do. He's stronger than me. What the fudge? He has more strength. That makes no sense. Stop it, game. I'm trying to look. He's quicker than me. Any... What? Game. I'm trying to look at this. What does he have? Oh, he has more charisma. And that's where. And he has. Okay, conjuring, summoning spirit. That's where the other points are. Okay. Monika. I don't want you to move. Actually. Oh shit. Am I not hiding right here? This game, I swear to goodness. Damn it. Janet. Get out of here. Terminal active. Terminal MCPOS building maintenance software version 1.01. Command line interface. Internal memory checksum invalid. Hekton, 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 Hekton. Okay. Oh, I should also mention. So, when I was making a new playlist for Shadowrun Dragonfall Director's Cut, I realized that I named my character in Shadowrun Returns Dark, yet in all of the videos that I edited for the playlist for that, I typed up his name as Hekton, and I'm like, no, his name's Dark. I don't know why I said Hekton. It was kind of funny. Well, kind of. It's pretty sad. That's pretty strange, really. But whatever. It got corrected. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry about it. This terminal's printing your name out over and over again, Hekton. You better get over here. That is not a horrible German accent. Okay, well, I can't get over there yet, so... There we go. Dietrich scans the room nervously. They've sealed the door behind us. We've got to find another way out of here. What are you doing? You just told me. But I don't have decking. Monika was trying to tell me something about this terminal. It must be important. Well, any ideas? Something tells me we're going to have more company soon. I don't know yet. Watch my back while I figure this out. Stay frosty, Diedrich. Just give me a minute. Let's do that. Text continues to scroll down the terminal screen. A problem has been detected with a core component of MCPOS. Restore MCPOS to factory default settings. YN. Warning. Excuse me. Warning. Restoring process will take several minutes to execute. Connected doors and peripherals will be disarmed when complete. Hekton. Okay, the Y key. Processing request. 0% complete. As you watch the number on the screen slowly begin to climb, this is going to take a while. Wait, what? No! Oh, as you watch. Add a second screen to see that the facility is on high alert. In place of a simple data vault, it seems you've stumbled upon some kind of massive underground complex. A map of the Holdfast grounds indicates that security forces are en route from multiple angles. The doors currently being rebooted by the system's restore process are flashing a dull red. If you're reading this display correctly, the only exit from this room is the Holdfast's old servants' entrance on the western side of the building. At that moment, Iger's image winks onto your... I was reading the choices. Your comm link with a crackling sound. The image is grainy, flickering in and out. What's going on down there, rookie? Tell me. Or talk to me. Iger, new extraction point. Monika's down, Iger. The vault was a setup. What? I'm sorry, Iger. We couldn't save her. Now we have to get out of here. Look for an old servant's entrance to the west of the main grounds. We'll rendezvous with you there. No time to explain. We'll be exiting via an old servant's entrance to the west. I need you to keep that exit clear. We'll do the first one. Iger's silence is thick, but when she finally responds, her tone is professional. Roger that. She cuts out without another word. Gloria turns to face you, her movements smooth and robotic. Her voice comes out in a frosty monotone. What's the play, Hekton? Our escape route will open in a minute. We hold tight until then. I say we kill every drackhead who enters this room. How does that sound? Monika found a way to open the doors, but it's going to take some time. Diedrich's pained expression lightens a bit. Of course she did. Thanks to her, we might be able to get out. We might get out of here alive. Now let's find some cover and wait for the door locks to disarm. When the door locks disarm, we make a break for it. Until then, we make them pay for Monika. That one. Diedrich's pained expression twists into a mask of hate. His hands begin to glow with primal energy. Not yeah, sorry. Yeah, I'm good with that. Survived for 10 turns! That's what sucks about this. And that's the door we need to go out of, so let me make a save here. Because if I remember correctly, did I die here on my first playthrough of this? That's not saving, that's hitting the wrong button. I don't remember for sure. I do know in Shining Force, wow, and Shadowrun Hong Kong, I died in one of the opening areas. I do remember that, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. It's like hitting the wrong button. Target acquired. Oh, I could summon a spirit. I didn't realize that. I just noticed it after I cast that spell. Well, we'll figure that out later. Get out of here. Also, I don't know where the other one went. I think it is around here. Yep, that's why I can't see it. Lovely. Oh, lovely. That door's open. Sorry, I just got a text message, as you probably heard. I messaged my sister earlier. Apparently she has to go back to Shanghai. And we're not playing this weekend, which is fine. Just a quick message. Hopefully she didn't get arrested. I mean, apparently she's able to go back to Shanghai, so she didn't get arrested, thank goodness. Hey, where's that stupid piece of crap? Damn it. It's him. Oh, wait. Yeah, I think it is him. I can't tell for sure. What are you talking about, Dark? Nothing. I can't see the other guy? Really? Okay, fine. Blocked it? What the fudge? Oh, it is him. Yes, I thought. The figure loping toward you is big, even for an orc. The majority of its body is sheathed in a suit of heavy overlapping plates. What you can see of his face looks raw and slick. A gold scar tissue stretched tight over his skull. He wears an expression of supreme confidence. Security captain. All right, friends, playtime's over. All you Shadowrunners are the same. Skulking, sneaking. Steal a vase or two from the museum. No harm. Maybe I'd let you scamper away into the night. But now it's too late for that sort of generosity. Visitors aren't welcome down here. The gaping maw of the minigun jerks upward, an impatient gesture loaded with malice. Drop your weapons and surrender. That's military-grade armor he's wearing, Hekton. Hardened against small arms fire. We'll have a tough time getting through it. I'm less concerned about armor that I am about that minigun than I am about that minigun. Those things can tear a man in half. You have 3 seconds before I open the hose. Step out here and surrender, and I promise I'll make this easy. Something tells me you're going to kill us either way. How about you drop your enormous gun and step over here instead? Who are you? Can we talk about this? Let's do the first one. True. I can't deny it. But wouldn't it be easier if you didn't fight back? The orc shrugs, and you hear the distinctive whir of his Vindicator's motor spinning up to speed. The barrels begin to blur as he wheels the weapon to face you. Not yet. It's not his turn, motherfucker. Game. Bullshit, and you know it. Bleed everywhere. Ow! Don't do that. I'm gonna laugh at 29%. No! Ow, ow! Stop hurting me. don't know why I put that on there. Oh, his armor sucks. Ah, crit, motherfucker. Oh, I made a boo-boo. Because of that idiot. Of course I can't see. Ow! Why? Why do I not have... Oh, I'm looking at the wrong person. She's the one that has it. Okay. Oh, Jesus. All right. Blocking my attacks. Thank you. You know, you probably can defeat him, but let's just say it's not something that's easily done. Damn it, I want that one to work because that's the one. Damn it! They both failed. Ah, nice. Ow! Can you stop hitting me? Motherfucker. Man, I know that's what he's doing. And I should be moving around maybe, but... If I move here, can I see around here? Probably not. Still going. I have 0 AP. It's depressing. We could possibly defeat him. Whoa, he's low. The door unlocked with a loud click. Your escape routed. Yeah, but we could also kick his ass. The orc suddenly pauses, inclining his head to one side and covering his ear with a finger. His vindicator starts to spin down. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. He grunts, briefly tapping the finger against his ear. Squads 3 and 5 report to main entrance. Do not let the intruders escape. Without another word, he slings his weapon over an armored shoulder and turns to leave the room. Thought he'd never leave. Hey, we're just getting started here. That's right, run away. Thought he'd never leave. Who the others are. But anyhow. Sure, why not? Only 5, eh? Lovely. course they're from up there. Just die already. Uh-oh. Run away! It's gone rogue. God damn it! Ow! Let me out of here! Let me out of here! Let me out of here! Can I control your summons, Diedrich? Yeah, you totally cannot. Let's get out of here. Escape! Iger rises from her corpse-strewn perch at your approach. From the look on her face, it's obvious that she's already sized up the situation. I know this was going to happen. I fucking knew it. That was a trap. We can talk about this later. For now, we need to bug out. Monika didn't make it. We barely got out ourselves. We can talk about this later. For now, we need to bug out. Tell me something I don't know. Iger slaps the side of the van. Pile in people. And Hekton, when we get back to the Kreuzbasar, we're gonna have a little talk. Ugh. No. The Kreuzbasar. Kreuzberg. Home to nearly 500,000 people, and until very recently, Monika Schaefer. Once a melting pot of cultural diversity, it's now a chaotic mess of wealth and poverty, crime and commerce, anarchy and control. It's also home to your own little slice of Berlin, a neighborhood that locals call the Kreuzbasar, a safe port in the eye of a storm. The ride back to the Kreuzbasar is quiet. No one is in a talking mood. As the van veers past potholes and garbage piles, the glare of street lights and neon signs plays across your window, painting the world in a kaleidoscope of garish colors. Soon the van rounds a corner and skids to a halt in a narrow, crumbling alley. This is as far as Berlin's chaotic streets will take you. Your team wordlessly debarks the vehicle and climbs down into a disused section of the U-Bahn tunnel system, a well-kept secret, providing your team safe passage into the Kreuzbasar. The safe house waits on the other side. And a beating from Iger. Let's get inside. Can't happen fast enough, love. The sooner we get in, the sooner I can get drunk. You step inside, and the squalor of the disused U-Bahn tunnel gives way to the warmth of your safe house. A man waits inside, silhouetted against the dim fluorescent lighting. Something bad has happened, hasn't it? He steps forward, revealing a pale and expressionless face, light glinting off of steel-rimmed glasses. Paul Amsel, your team's fixer and landlord. Part deal maker, part information broker. One of the most well-connected men in Berlin. His eyes sweep across the team as he takes it all in. The grim faces, the hard stares, Iger's fury, Monika's absence. I had a feeling. How did she... His face has gone ashen. He swallows, takes a moment to chew on the words before spitting them out. How did it happen? Something in the vault security system got her while she was jacked in. It was over in an instant. The run was a setup. 1 minute she was cracking the safe, the next she went on the ground screaming. I've seen Monika hit black IC before. This was something worse. Something worse. Gloria nods, her motions robotic and spare. Monika died in a biofeedback-induced stroke. That's right. Oh, that's right. Iger thrusts a gloved finger into your chest. And this idiot stood by and let it happen. Brush her finger aside. That's bullshit, Iger. You weren't even in the room. Shove her hand away. Poke me again, I dare you. Ignore it. Say nothing. That happened. She jacked in, she screamed, and she seized. By the time we saw she was in trouble, it was already too late. That one. Yeah, because you never bothered learning what to look for. Muscle contractions and micro tremors are good indicators of a Decker in distress. I'm assuming you didn't have anyone keeping an eye out for those. No, if you had, my friend wouldn't be lying dead in a basement. Oh, shove off, Iger. We were all on the lookout for physical security, Hekton included. Throwing him under the bus isn't going to help anything. Under a bus is exactly where he belongs. Motherfucker, gentlemen. Iger turns to face Diedrich. She towers over him, but he stands his ground. I respect you, Diedrich. You know that. But you don't have my training. None of you have. Monika was good. She was the best, right? But she was also overconfident. She treated this job like it was a game. Do that long enough and you're gonna get burned. Well, which she actually did get burned, but Iger turns her focus back to you. If you've been paying attention, you'd have figured all of this out on your own by now. You've known that Monika needed watching as much as that door. Enough, Iger. Amsel's voice is hoarse, his expression blank. Enough. Iger pushes ahead, heedless of the interruption. Her voice remains measured, but there's fire in her eyes. How many seconds pass between Monika's first convulsion and her plug getting pulled? 4, 5? Do you know how much damage biofeedback can do to a Decker's brain in 5 seconds? Honestly, you get the same comments if you had help to pull the jack out immediately. With Gloria. I actually thought I screwed it up the first time when I did that. Look, this won't... You don't have to answer that. Of course you know. Monika died while you stood there and watched. This is all your fault. That is enough. Amsel's voice comes out in a roar, and his fist smashes down on the desk behind her. Iger, you and Hekton can have it out later, but I've had enough. We need to talk action. Our client sent you into something much bigger than he'd led us to believe. I want to know why. Or why. I don't know if he should sound German. I know, technically they should all be sounding German. But whatever. I'll probably go back and forth with him. Right there with you, or with you. This was supposed to be a milk run. Yeah, right. Payback isn't the only reason why we need to find him. We saw something back there. Something that we weren't supposed to see. It's fair to assume that we're all still in danger. He pauses, rubs his temples. Agreed. And to neutralize that danger, we need to know who we are dealing with. Let us review the events that transpired tonight. The smallest detail could be important, so hold nothing back. The estate was just a front for whatever was going on in the basement. After everything went to hell, we were confronted by an orc in military-grade armor. Monika lived long enough to say a name. Führerschwinger. She fought hard to tell us. It must be important. Amsel seems taken aback. He pauses for a moment before responding. The fire wing? This is unexpected. You have to forgive me. That brings back many unpleasant memories. Gloria raises an eyebrow. The fire wing? The most terrible of the great dragons. There are those who would disagree, but they never experienced the terror of living in her shadow. He glances at Gloria. You are far too young to remember her, of course. But for Germans of my generation, the name Führerschwinger is synonymous with chaos, destruction, and death. Undeath. Yeah. The dragons of today are subtle creatures, full of patience and guile. Führerschwinger was not. After her awakening, she went on a 4-month rampage that claimed tens of thousands of lives. Amsel takes a deep breath, slowly releases it. There is a haunted look in his eyes. Those were dark days. Countless men, women, and children were slaughtered, roasted alive in their homes by a creature of legend. No hope for salvation, and no end in sight. It was a horror that you cannot begin to understand. What stopped her? I can't imagine that a rampaging dragon would just go away on its own. Eventually, the firing was brought down by a man named Dr. Adrian Buchler. Well, with the help of the Luftwaffe, of course. But it was experimental weapons designed by Dr. Vauclair that finally pierced her hide. She fell in a hail of bullets and rocket fire and crashed down in the radioactive wasteland of the SOX. The event was called the Dragonfall. Title drop. Safe at last from the dragon's wrath, Germany celebrated Vauclair as a hero. Our own Siegfried, a modern-day dragon slayer. My own family practically worshipped the man. If the Dragonfall wasn't as important an event as you make it out to be, I'm surprised that I've never heard of it. Those early years of the awakening were traumatic, Iger. Not just on a national level, but on a global scale. New species of awakened animals were being discovered daily. Within 2 years of the Dragonfall, the active use of magic had returned to the world, a new source of terror for a bewildered public. And in 2021, last year, folks, the sudden emergence of orcs and trolls gave rise to yet another wave of global panic. More racism. In light of such turmoil, is it any surprise that Dr. Vauclair and the Fire Wing were forgotten? Dragons were yesterday's news. He rubs his temples. Again, all this happened decades ago. To the best of my knowledge, the story of Führerschwinge is a bit of historical trivia, and nothing more. All right, so Monika spent her dying breath trying to tell us about a long-dead dragon. Iger sweeps her eyes across the group, searching for a glimmer of insight. Finally, she gives up. Any ideas as to why? Excuse me. I probably should have done the other ones first because I think you get more dialogue, but I didn't. I forgot if that happens or you have to click through all three options. I might have just skipped to the punch, but oh well. Amsel's voice trembles with frustration. No, it doesn't make any more sense to me than it does to you. The Dragonfall is ancient history. Führerschwinge has been dead and gone for 42 years. But there's one thing that I do know. Whatever Monika saw, whatever she was trying to tell us, it was important. Okay, so you still have to do the other two options. He visibly struggles to calm himself, takes a deep breath, then slowly releases it. I will look into this, and I will find answers. In the meantime, did you turn up anything else of value? The state was just a front for whatever was going on in the basement. That much is clear. It wasn't a minor enterprise either. That facility took serious funds to build. In time, there was more to it than we saw. Places like that don't spring up overnight. And all in secret. The owners, whoever they may be, were none too pleased by your escape, I'm sure. What else did you find? After everything went to hell, we were confronted by an orc in military-grade armor. He appeared to be the head of security. That is not much to go on. Do any ideas about this orc come to mind? Any distinguishing features that I could look into? He was an older guy, for one. From the sound of his voice, I am guessing mid to late 40s. Pretty old for an orc. And he'd had skin grafts. Most of his face looked like replacement material. If the grafts came from a legitimate hospital, there may be medical records. That is something. I will see what I can find out. Did you note anything else during the run that may be of value? That's all we've got. That's not much. Amsel nods. His face is drawn and haggard. It is thin, I agree. A basement, a middle-aged orc with skin grafts, and a long-forgotten world event. Wait, we're still missing something. Who paid for this run? You haven't said a thing about our client yet, Paul. You holding out on us? Whoever sent us knew what we were walking into. We were set up. That's obvious, but why? Paul's face reddens. I warned her. I told her not to take this run, but she assured me it would be a cakewalk. You didn't bring it to her? No. She set up the whole thing herself. Monika was approached recently by a man who called himself Green Winters. He used to be a prominent activist in the F-State political scene. I never much liked the man, and I certainly never trusted him. F-State is short for Flux-State, which was mentioned in the beginning when we started on Wednesday. So, the anarchist movement or whatever happening in Berlin. I don't know if it's other parts of Germany, but at least Berlin. That's what it seems like. But Monika, she would do anything for her cause. Anything for the Flux-State. Oh, there we go. And now we don't have it hyphenated. Well, anyway, whatever. I guess because it's fully spelled. He sighs. Winters swore that the data he was after was crucial to ensuring the future stability of the Flux. And that was all it took. We need to track down Monika's client and press him for information. Sounds like Green Winters is our best lead then. We'll do the first one. Yes, most definitely. It is clear that Green Winters has involved us in something much larger than he led Monika to believe. When he finds out what happened on the run, he's probably going to grab it. We need to chase him down before that happens. So we need information on Green Winters, and we need it fast. There is a man here in the Kreuzbasar, a Turk named Oltu Burakgazi. Sorry. He owns a little soy coffee shop just down the way called Cafe Sezvi. I don't know offhand. I'm gonna say it like that. Sezvi? Maybe it's Sezvi. I'm not sure. I'm butchering it probably. That's like his name. The man is also a purveyor of information. I have done business with him from time to time. And you think he would know something about Green Winters? Green Winters? I swear. Stupid accents I suck at. Amsel nods. When I discovered Monika's renewed association with Green Winters, I contacted Oltu. Yeah. One of his people has been keeping tabs on Winters ever since. As I said, I did not trust the man. For good reason, it would seem. I'll talk to Oltu and see what he knows about Green Winters. Pragmatic. Sounds like it's about time I pay Oltu a visit. Best to be cautious in our line of work. Should I go meet with Oltu then? Yes, tell him I sent you. I will do what I can to dig into the information that you've uncovered already, sparse though it may be. What do I increase? What do I increase? Oh. I wish they tell me what etiquettes I have. I swear, I thought they did. Stop it. Do they tell them on this screen? I'm sensing no. No, they don't, because this game hates telling you shit. Yeah, it's really annoying. They really should tell you. I just got another text message. That's probably my sister. Icing? Uh-oh. Did my typing screwed up? Yeah, but did. Turn out well with I think turn out well with 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 And Shung. I don't remember what I was trying to type. It switched it to icing whatever I was typing earlier. Also, damn it, Janet. I am streaming now. Saying about playing in 45 minutes for 45 minutes or in 45 minutes, but I'm streaming, so sorry. I got money. When did I get money? When did I get New Yen? Okay, it's like I want to get my charisma up, but then I only can go up to 5, which kind of is meow. I do want to get another spellcasting slot. Excuse me. Oh my gosh, my burping. Blech. Same time, I do want to increase. Let's do intelligence. Not intelligence, wisdom. There we go. I should say. No, she does. She's not understanding, but whatever. It's fine. It probably turned out to be not a big deal, so that's why she's probably not understanding what I'm trying to say in my messaging about how she was like could have possibly been held up by the Chinese government because she was in Shanghai for 30 minutes after they, freshly uplifted the lockdowns there. And like she comes back to her own city and it's like, oh, she gets a message from the government saying, hey, we noticed that you've been in Shanghai for that, you visited Shanghai, you need to take a COVID test. And it's like, she was there for only 30 minutes, what the fudge? Yeah. Tracking through phone, the glory of it. Okay. Let's not save. Excuse me. Is there any more talking? Okay, forget that. We'll ignore that. The Diedrich. Diedrich turns... Is there actually music playing? I can't tell if music's playing or not. It's supposed to be playing, but I feel like it's not. Dietrich turns his head at your approach. His aging face is traced with a network of faint scars, the legacy of too many fights over too many years. While he still retains a degree of strength and vigor, it's obvious that the shaman you see today is a shadow of his former self. Despite all of this, there is still an aura of power surrounding the man. He raises his bottle, offering it to you. Hekton, welcome. I've got a bottle of schnapps that needs sharing, and we've got a fallen comrade to drink to. I'll be honest, he doesn't drink because I don't drink. Well, in this case, I probably would drink. To a fallen... I don't know. I mean, well, she was someone dear to him, a colleague, well, they say colleague in the... They said that on... Where did I see that? It was either... It says it on here, at the game at the start, or in the cuts, or in the, like the story thing in between the load scenes, or it said it on Steam, one or the other. I forget. Take the bottle to Monika. Proust. The liquor in the bottle is crystal clear, and as you raise it, you catch an intoxicating whiff of cloves and caramel. It tastes of sweet corn and walnuts, with a lingering aftertaste of buttery toffee. You swallow a swig, then return the bottle to Diedrich's outstretched hand. He takes a long pull of the bottle, then locks eyes with you. You now have COVID, my friend. No, okay. Let me ask you a question, Hekton. What made you choose to come to Berlin? What do you want? Why do you want to know? I had my reasons. I'd rather not talk about it. Nothing in particular. I don't have time for a long conversation, Diedrich. I just wanted to pay my respects to Monika. I had my reasons. Such as, come on, boss. I'm just trying to figure out who I'm working for here. I think I deserve to know that much. It was time for a change, that's all. A member of my old crew betrayed me. I just had to drop out of sight for a while. A run went bad and my team paid the price. How do I want to develop this character? A member of my old crew betrayed me. Ain't that a pisser? I can handle all sorts of things, but betrayal always makes me see red. Yeah, I know the feeling. I tried to make him answer for it. Was it he, not she? But the bastard got away. Right there with you. I wanted the son of a bitch before I left the Ruhrplex. There were extenuating circumstances. If he didn't do what he did, his family would have paid the price. Let's make it more dramatic. That's rough, but it's still on him, not you. He should have been more careful. What'd you do? I dropped out and left him to twist. Oh, I ventilated him. Oh, nobody pulls that trick on me and lives. What could I do? I faked my own death. It was the only way to save his family's lives. Wouldn't have been my choice, but good on you, I suppose. All the same, Hekton. Saints don't tend to last very long in this line of work. Trust me, I've watched enough of them by it to know. Okay, so you faked your own death, bailed on the rest of your team, and made your way here to Berlin. Diedrich takes another pull of the bottle. Takes another bottle on the bottle. No. Am I getting that right? More or less. There wasn't much left for me in the Ruhrplex. I want to know where that is. And Monika made me a hell of an offer. There was a little bit more to it than that, but yeah. No offense, Diedrich, but I've got to run. Let's do the first one. Ah, yes, Monika. Monika. Diedrich raises her bottle again, then closes his eyes and takes a long drink. After the moment has passed, he returns his attention to you. It all comes back to our girl, doesn't it? So let me ask you, just what was your relationship with Monika anyway? I know that you two knew each other way back, but she was pretty coy about these things. Why do you want to know? We're treading into dangerous personal territory here. Are you always this inquisitive? Why do you want to know? Monika was my friend. I cared about her. Diedrich shrugs. I don't know. I guess that I just want to get to know her better. There were some areas of her life that have always been a mystery, and if you could shed any light on them, I'd be appreciative. I can respect that. It's none of your business, Diedrich. If Monika wanted you to know, she'd have told you psh, 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 these things. I knew Monika well enough to know to know what you mean. She did have a mysterious way about her. Do that one. So what was the deal between the two of you? Don't leave me in suspense. We were business associates, nothing more. We were friends. We were very good. No, we were friends. All characters, unless the game forces otherwise, all characters that Dark plays are gay. We were friends. Right there with you, and privileged to say so. She was one of the best women I've ever known. I'm never gonna always have the V for the W, so. Anyway, I've taken enough of your time, and the bottle's almost empty. Thanks for taking the time to talk. For what it's worth, I'm happy you're here with us. Does Diedrich takes... I totally would like to meet someone named Diedrich. Anyway, takes a final pull on the bottle, then tips it forward, pouring the rest on the ground. Rest in peace, Monika. We'll miss you. We'll miss you, girl. Equip stash. I bet there's nothing in here. I knew it. Stop harassing me, game. Wait, what's my equipment? Secure mage clothing. Yeah, shit stuff. Oh, I don't want to talk with you. Ugh. Actually, I don't think there is any music playing because of returning back from the thing, so that's why. Gloria, G-O-O. Oh, it's R-Y-I-A, not glory. G-L-O-R-Y, glory, G-L-O-R-Y. No. Gloria is beautiful. In a... is that W-A-I fish? Okay, in a wayfish sort of way. And her features are almost elven in their delicacy, but there's something cold about her that you find slightly unsettling. What's more unsettling is her chrome. Glory is rocking a heavy loadout of cyberware. From head to toe, she looks to be composed more of plastic and metal than she is of skin and bone. In the shadows, individuals such as this are anything but uncommon. But Gloria's cyberware is first generation, all of it. Bulky, invasive, practically museum pieces. This chrome was obsolete well before she was born. Hekton. Glory shifts her gaze to you, but her expression is as cold and placid as always. Can I help you? Hey, Glory. How are you holding up? Don't worry about me. I'm solid. You sure you don't look you look like you're a million miles away? I'll be with you when it counts. Right now, it doesn't. Use astral perception to read Gloria's aura. Without shifting your attention away from Glory, you allow your consciousness to partially slip into the astral plane. As your third eye opens to the hidden world around you, and as you're trying to get some tongue out of your frickin' teeth, it'll come out once I either brush my teeth and or floss tonight. But anyhow, you feel the familiar tingle of dormant senses awakening. The room that you're standing in slowly shifts to match its true nature, a lifeless expanse of gray, ugly and cold. Your own body, however, explodes into a swirling chaos of scintillating color. As the astral plane shimmers into view, you focus on Glory. You can still see her with your corporal vision, her delicate frame, the bulky cyberware that breaks her silhouette, the faraway look in her eyes, but laid over the top of her physical body, there is a slight shimmer, her aura, damaged though it may be. The chrome that Glory is sporting has really done a number on her. Whatever she may have been before she went under the knife, her aura is now reminiscent of the room she's standing in, a cold, dead thing, mockingly sculpted into a facsimile of life. Somewhere within that mutilated aura, A shred of humanity awaits, but finding it isn't going to be easy. Suddenly, Glory's body language changes. The look on her face is somewhat between suspicion and alarm. I got something in my teeth? You're staring. With an aura that's shredded by cyberware and surgery, it's going to take a minute to gather any useful information. Yeah, so it's really her aura, just trying to figure you out, Glory. You've got a lot going on beneath the surface. Continuing. I didn't want to say anything, but yeah. Did you have a salad for lunch? I can't be sure, but it looks like kale. This will probably hint out, but I'm going to do it. I imagine that we all do, yourself included, and yet you don't find me gawking at you. As Glory speaks, you continue to focus, shifting through the void left by her vintage chrome to find the tatters of her original essence. Finally, you catch a glimpse of color, a flash of her true self, and behind it, something else. In a reflexive panic, your third eye slams shut. The hidden world of the astral plane disappears from view, but an afterimage of what you saw remains, twisting in your mind. Glory is, or was, magically active. The shred of her essence that flitted past your vision left you sure of it. What's more, you'd wager that she had real power once, terrifying power, of a sort that you can only guess at. All this was surprising, but it was what you saw behind her aura that chilled you to the core. There was something connected to Glory's essence, a metaphysical tether attached into the fabric of her soul. It reminds you of a leash. You can't say for sure what was holding the other's end, but whatever it was enormous and ancient and cruel, and you can't shake the feeling that, as you looked into it, it stared back at you. Trembling, you find yourself back into the mundane world. Glory is still staring at you, her neutral expression ever so slightly tinged with annoyance. Gonna do it. We need to talk about what I saw in your aura. I knew this would happen. Look, my aura is my business, and none of yours. Understand? Agreed, but the thing I saw that was tied to your aura is as much business as it is yours. It saw me, Glory. This is the first one. It saw you? That's what you're worried about. A shrill laugh escapes from Glory's lips. You'll be fine. Want to know a secret? It's been watching you for your entire life. You just never knew it was watching until now. Some of us have bigger problems. For some of us, it takes a more direct interest. But I fixed that problem years ago. She gestures down to the vintage chrome that riddles her small body. The interest is still there, but I can't do anything about it anymore. Not unless I let it. So drop it, okay? She pauses for a moment, and the hard expression on her face softens. Look, I understand that you're trying to help me, and I appreciate it. I do. But I'm not ready to talk about this yet. Maybe when we know one another a little better, okay? Until then, just give me my space. Okie dokie. Iger glares at you, and you can taste the bile in her stare. She clearly still blames you for Monika's death. Something I can do for you, fearless leader. Yeah, you can apologize for that little outburst that you had in front of Paul and the rest of the team. You're wrong about me, Iger. I intend to prove that to you. Let's start with this. I forget exactly what she responds back. We need to talk about Monika. Not right now, we don't. Don't push me on this, Hekton. One of these days, we're going to hash this out. And you can talk all you like about the cluster Flux. Oh, no, it is fuck. Sorry. It's my defense mechanism to not... Well, I do curse, obviously. We've seen it. But yeah. Well, you like about the clusterfuck that killed one of my best friends. But it won't be today. Fair enough, but before I go, I have something else to say. All right, Iger. I get the hint. I'll give you your space. Let's do that one. Spit it out then. Let's hear it. You're wrong about me, Iger. I intend to prove that to you. She stares at you for a moment, then looks away. Best of luck with that, Hekton. Now please, leave me alone. All right, Iger, but this conversation isn't over. It is for now, fearless leader. She turns away. Do us both a favor. Take the hint and go away. Me. I'm just sort of mad about my friend dying. Me. I know. No, I mean, it sucks. But yeah. Dante. As you start towards the safe house door, a large four-legged form steps around the corner. Dante. Monika's dog. No. Excuse me. An enormous mongrel of indeterminate breed. A low whimper emerges as he enters the room, head hanging low. Oh shit, Dante. Diedrich shakes his head. Don't worry, boy. We'll look after you. At the sight of Monika's dog, Amsel's eyes well up. He inhales but can't quite catch his breath. He started whimpering about an hour ago. Turned into a full-blown howl. Wouldn't stop. He closes his eyes. That's when I realized something bad had happened. Look at that face! I mean, I will never own a dog, but look at that face! And I think my phone just beeped again. It did, and it's probably, I think it's telling me about my order I placed on Amazon. Full of crap to hopefully work properly with my my new MacBook Pro that was from Amazon. I also ordered some t-shirts to hopefully use for, I guess, for bed shirts. And then that means I can have more t-shirts that I bought for use for not wearing for bed. Two of them have to be that way. I ended up buying hopefully they'll be okay. I don't know if they'll be okay. 6 of them, and they probably suck. A lot of stuff I bought some Hanes stuff. A lot of Hanes items I buy suck. And I don't like them, so I probably shouldn't have, but meh. They're cheap. You get what you pay for. Anywho. Or cheap relatively compared to what you can get on Amazon, you know, when you're ordering internationally. Looking down into those huge brown eyes, you see intelligence and sadness. He lets out a small whine and rubs his head against you. That's Dante behind the ears. Grab Monika's bag of soy jerky treats off the table and give him one. Dante takes the treat in his mouth, but it's clear he has no appetite for it, and the jerky drops to the floor. He leans into you and looks up mournfully, pressing his ribs against your leg. I guess the dog is going with you, Hekton. Amsel takes a ragged breath and releases it. Then a slow, melancholy smile plays across his face. Well, perhaps a part of Monika lives on in Dante. Return to the safe house when you're finished with Altu, mein Freund. With a little luck, he can help us locate Green Winters, and we can get to the bottom of this. He stares at the floor. And now, I think we should all take a moment. His lips tighten. For Monika. For Monika. Come on, Dante. Kachigayo. Schnell. Okay, cure, fear. No, is that a K or an N? That's an N. Neurfear, Mitarbiter. I don't know that much German. I'm one of those people who only had German and... Well, no, I did take some in college, but yeah, it wasn't great. And we're in the Kreuzbasar. There's some music playing. Kreuzbasar. Basar. I can't read that name. Is that Maf or Mal? Malit? Holy. Malit Holier, maybe. The Dervish tech vendor smiles at you with practiced ease, her almond eyes twinkling with the glare from a dozen trid screens. She speaks in a clipped, heavily accented German. Oh, God damn it. Welcome to the data heaven. Can I help you with something? That's not great. I need some tech and I'm on a tight schedule. Show me what you've got. I'm in the market for something exotic. What kind of tech do you carry? Anything and everything. Need a new deck? Some software perhaps? I'm your girl. She taps a painted fingernail against the molded plastic of her data jack. Or maybe you're a rigger, like I am. Perhaps I can interest you in a new drone or two. It all sounds good to me. Let me see what you got. I don't do any of this shit, but I want to see what you have. Now you have an outfit. Okay. I know where I'm supposed to go. I mean, the indicator shows where I go. You go down that way, but I want to walk around. Donations for the soup kitchen have slowed Samuel. Sigh. Oh, sigh. I'm not surprised. Altruism often... I was going to read this. Moritz Platz. So that's why I didn't. U-Bahn platform. Yeah. Samuel Beckenbauer. At the sound of your approach, the orc turns to face you. He wears a severe expression, but there is kindness in his eyes. Guten Tag, Elf. Can I help you with something? I couldn't help overhearing your conversation. I take it that you run a charity of some sort? He nods. Yes, it isn't much, but we do what we can. Such as? Give me specifics. He clears his throat, then begins to count off on his fingers. In the past several years, I have established a shelter where the disposed can sleep, a soup kitchen to feed the hungry, and a library for the people of the Kreuzbasar to better themselves. It isn't much, I admit, but it's a start. A good start, Samuel. You mustn't be so hard on yourself. There are limits to what one man, even a determined man, can accomplish. This is true. He nods to the orc at his side. Thankfully, some of the residents that I've helped over the years have come back to help me. I've gotten 15 assorted orcs and trolls from all around the Kreuzbasar working with me now. They help me man the soup line, stock the library shelves, and do all that, and to do all of the hundreds of other little things that a community organization needs done every day. These extraordinary individuals are living proof that what we do here has value. They are my inspiration to continue forward. She beams at the compliment. See, I can't tell if it's a man or woman because of his name. So that didn't help me. So I totally made that other orc sound like a man and not a woman, and I feel bad. She beams at the compliment. From her body language, it's clear that she idolizes Beckenbauer. Now, do we have any more questions? If not, I will bid you good day. I don't wish to sound self-important or rude, but there are many pressing matters that demand my time. I'm not going to say that. Are you accepting donations? Yes, of course. We're actually desperate for them, but truth be told, people seem more intent on taking care of themselves than they are in providing for the less fortunate. Of course, these concepts are not unrelated. As poverty rates increase, rates increase. I was like, yeah, that needs to be plural. So does the crime rate. Assisting the needy increases the quality of life for all. In any event, our shelter has some basic needs that desperately need to be filled. The walls of the shelter are not insulated, and new blankets would go a long way toward keeping our guests healthy and comfortable. Ideally, we'd like to purchase some space heaters as well. With 250 nuyen, we could make that purchase. Of course, I do not expect you, a relative stranger to our Keats, to contribute that much. Whatever you could spare would be most appreciated. No. 250 nuyen. Here. Just take what you need. I've got you covered. Samuel's eyes widened. This is incredibly generous. Thank you, mein Freund. Not a big deal, Sam. Do good with it. Since when can I call him Sam? With this donation, we have reached our first goal. Thank you so much for your kind assistance. I will put your contribution to work, stocking the shelter with blankets and heaters. Not a problem. Please, do not downplay your contribution. You have shown kindness at a time when few others will. That means something. It means a great deal. I'd like to talk about your organization's policies. Did we already talk about this? Is what would you like to talk about? You said, okay, now I'll ask that. You said that you worked with 15 assorted orcs and trolls. Does that mean that other races aren't welcome with your organization? That's taking a rather narrow view of what we do. Yes, it is true. I shouldn't have said that. God damn it. That's taking a rather narrow view of what we do. Yes, it is true that my assistants are all members of the goblinoid race. It is also true that before they accepted my help, they were thieves, gangers, and deadbeats. This is not to say that they were bad people. This is because those of us with goblinoid traits are feared, mistreated, and denied gainful employment by a society that hates us. I hire only goblinoid because mainstream human society has created a need for me to hire only goblinoids. The orcs and trolls of the Kreuzbasar deserve a workplace where they will be treated with dignity and respect. All that being said, our services are available to all. We wouldn't turn a desperate person away, regardless of that person's metatype. Even humans, the most privileged of all races, are welcome at our door. Isn't that what's most important? You use exclusionary language. Even humans are allowed. Your use of exclusionary language is telling. Even humans are allowed. That was of judgment. You're helping people, and that's what's important. It is. I agree with what you're doing here. You're filling a vital need in the community. He nods slightly. Thank you for saying so. Now, is there something else you'd like to talk about? No questions, just passing by. I forgot that I have Dante following me. I was like, what the fuck is that following me? Lying. Actually, it's probably Line A. Before you stands a troll. Though it is a stretch to say he is standing at all. His great mass is barely held upright by two vintage prosthetic legs. See, it's hard to tell. I don't think you could tell even on the computer. I could be wrong on that. His great, two finished prosthetic legs, along with a crutch under one arm. That is definitely not present. His body clicks and hums with every shift of his weight. Despite these disabilities, his eyes are sharp and calculating. I know you. Haven't been here long. I should hope so. If you know Monika. Sure, I know Monika. You one of hers then? There's something you should know about Monika. Something happened to her on the run. You know something about it? Just what my eyes and ears tell me. I had a feeling besides. Monika almost always comes around after a run to check on everybody. She's long overdue, and now here you are in her place. So she's either severely wounded or outright dead. Which is it? Really? Dead. The grizzled troll nods grimly. The servos in his prosthetics complain as he lets loose a heavy sigh. Now, that is a shame. She was a hell of a runner, that one. And a good friend. I'm Hekton, by the way. Good to meet you, Hekton. Name's... Okay, that's Russian or Ukrainian or Eastern European of sorts. My name's Alexei Lane. Then is it Lane? Alexei Lane. Let's go Alexei Lane. What do you do here, Mr. Lane? Ache and groan mostly, and try not to be a bother. I'll leave you be. No, come on. Something else you need? Apparently not. How much money do I have now? Okay. Oh, where'd you go? Where'd there's all these people walking NPCs. Slimmy. Warming herself in the dim light of a dying street lamp is a waif of a girl who looks far too worn for her years. The Mother Superior, she says there would be 7 for me to take care for. I need to see to them. Wasn't aware of any convent or church nearby. You're high as a kite, aren't you? 7 what? What do you have to care for? The captain's children. The Mother Superior says there are 7. She says I'm to be a governess to the children. You notice a chip jack poking out beneath the young woman's unruly hair. The vacant look in her eyes marks her as a likely BTL junkie, lost between reality and any number of better-than-life TM, virtual constructs. I need money to get back to them. The story sounds familiar. Captain von Trapp is very well known and respected. The poor dear lost his wife, and the children their mother. A child should not be without a mother, and a mother should not be without a child. Have you seen the captain? Look, do you know Monika? Monika? Is she one of the sisters at the Abbey? No, wait. Monika. A flicker of recognition fights through the haze in the young woman's eyes. Yes, Monika. She's good to me. Brings me food to eat and tea to drink. I'm afraid I have some bad news. Despite the woman's persistent delirium, she seems to glean a meaning from your tone. She died? While working a job, yeah. The girl grips her head with claw-like hands, urging at her hair or tugging at her hair, as if she might pull her brain out through her skull. I don't like this, but I can't switch it off. The girl's frail body shudders and her eyes grow large, but she does not sob. Instead, she smiles a sad smile, which looks to have been worn all too often. She will go to heaven, she told me. It is a place for good people, stillborn babies, and childhood pets. And she was a good person. The girl then begins to mumble to herself while fingering her hair that covers the jack in her head. I'm going to step away now. Yes, good. I need to rejoin the children. It's so depressing. It's so depressing! Ah! Oh, yeah. Statue. A bizarre monument towers before you. At the top of the pedestal, the form of an angel, which I had cut off apparently, stands. Its outstretched wings looming over the small park. But the material is strange and uneven, giving the statue a cold, Frankenstein-esque appearance. It appears that the artist has welded this monument together from various metal scraps and pieces of junk. As you approach, a small, grimy monitor at the base of the statue flickers dimly to life. The grainy face of a smug young orc appears on screen. Kunzel. Hello there. I'm Herbert Kunzel, the creator of this monument. What would you like to know? Press the 1 key, statue name. This is my tribute to victory, the victory of anarchy. It is both a citation and parody of the statue we destroyed some 20 years ago. You may remember it from the history trids as the... Oh my gosh. Sigesa Saula, or Godelse. Installation history. Isn't it obvious? The Sigursaula, a monument to the hubris of the Persian state, or Prussian state, how did I misread that? Prussian state gets blown to bits. So someone takes a lot of bits and builds a monument to the hubris of anarchy. I mean, what more is there to say about the artist? I am the visionary Herbert Kunzel, from the is there an R there? Lindwurmer. You might know me from... Okay, well, there isn't much there isn't much I'm known for, yet. But I intend to change that. All art is born from misery, after all. Step away from the statue. There it is. Why is the phone ringing? It's an old, obsolete phone booth. It's ringing. Pick up the receiver. Voice on phone. A monotone, pitch-adjusted voice begins speaking almost immediately. The Shock Wallenreiter's contact for this Keats is no more. Hekton is listed as a follow-up contact. Should be hyphenated. This is our only secured line to this Keats. Please listen, or Kits. It's probably Kits, not Keats. Kits. ABCD Kits. It's Kits. Okay. Please listen to the following instructions carefully if you are a supporter of our cause. Questioning this won't help because it's obviously well, it might not be pre-recorded, but continue listening. We have phone booths in strategic locations throughout the city. Within each one, you may find a request posted for specific information. If you can obtain a copy of this information, return here and submit it via the port below the receiver. We will verify the authenticity of the information remotely and post an undisclosed copy of it onto the Matrix ourselves. It is our stated goal for this information to remain free for all, to all. However, you will be compensated for sought-after information returned to this location. So this is basically the paying for the extra information that you find or you take from, like, the Matrix. This is the incarnation of that. You don't give it to a person. You give it to here. The line goes silent. I'll keep an eye out. The line remains silent. Hangs up the receiver. Or hang up the receiver. Wait, oh, that's why it's still ringing, I believe. Oh, maybe not. I don't know why it's still ringing. That's weird. I did find something, though, so I don't know why. Yeah, the pay data. Triage cybernetic. Triage cyber clinic. Dr. Zabir Ezekiel. As you approach the elf, you notice that he's in mid-conversation. His lips move rapidly, and his voice comes out in a low, quiet tone. The glossy plastic shell of a high-grade comlink glints on his wrist. Listen in on his conversation. Doing your best to look uninterested, you lean in slightly and train your ears. You find that you can make out the doctor's end of the conversation. No. Oh, no. The price I'm quoting you is more than fair. Well below market value, in fact. If you can't pay it, that's your problem. Yes, I know that the price has gone up. This is a seller's market. Well then, you'll just have to find the money or go without. I'm sorry, but I have to go. I have a patient. He presses a button on his comlink and looks up at you. $1 million smile on his face. Sorry about the wait, my friend. Welcome to the Triage Cyber Clinic. He extends his hand to you. I am Dr. Zabir Ezekiel. I want to say Ezekiel. That's not Ezekiel. Ezekiel. And your name is? He said. Hekton, a pleasure. My name is none of your concern. Actually, I wanted any by mistake, so I'll just be going. Hekton, a pleasure. Pleasure to meet you, Hekton. What can I do for you today? I need medical supplies. And that I do. I'm going to buy one. Face that way. Looking for some magic, mein Freunde. If you've got the cash, so Zaak's got the flash. Come back to you. Can I not get stuck on shit? That'd be great. Okay, well. I don't want to talk to this idiot. Also, I looked something up in order to get when I was looking to see what the trophies are for this one, and I have to do something in order to get a trophy with this guy, and it bothers me that I have to do it. This elf has clearly seen better days. His skin is weathered and emaciated, as though it has been stretched too tightly over his frame. Track marks line the crooks of his arms, and dirty bandages wrap his knuckles. Despite all of this, he seems cheerful enough. The elf fixes his twinkling, bugged out eyes on yours and offers you a broad smile, displaying a set of impossibly white teeth. When he speaks to you, his voice is surprisingly deep. Guten Tag, mein Freund. You're here for some magic. Because Zaak Flash, he gestures at himself with a dramatic flourish, is your magic man. Magic? Are you a street magician? Zaak lets out a throaty, barking laugh. Street mage? Me? Do I look like a street mage to you? He shakes his head, but his smile doesn't waver. He fishes a small bag of pills out of his back pocket and dangles it before your eyes. No, chummer, I'm not a street mage. I've got the magic in my blood and the magic in these bags, but you won't catch old Zaak studying any spellbooks. Well, in that case, let's talk about the magic you've got in that bag there. What have you got? Oh, a little bit of everything. I've got your Zen and your Hyper, your Nitro and your Nova Coke. If you want it, I've got it. Zaak leans toward you and lowers his voice to a conspiratorial whisper. I've even got a special concoction of my own design, but I wouldn't recommend it unless you're serious about getting high. So you wanna conduct a little business? Show me what you've got. I don't want any of this. Zaak Special adds +2 movement and +2 AP for 1 round. Makazi. I'll buy one of that. I might have to buy Flash. I'm not sure. God damn, I have to buy his stupid signature bullshit. I'll buy it later. That's probably what the trophy's for. Like, you have to buy something from him, and I thought that's what it's for. What's the deal with the special concoction? Flash's grin broadens even further. His mouth is disturbingly large, and there's something menacing about the sight of those 2 white teeth. This is the real deal, chummer. A proprietary blend designed and delivered by yours truly. Pharmaceutical-grade kamikaze cut with genuine spirit residue from the tier, and then mixed with my secret blend of herbs and spices. He produces a small pocket filled with iridescent purple granules from the pocket of his dirty jeans. You want to get high? Buy some Nova Coke and throw yourself a party? But if you want to soar, you get yourself some Flash. So you want to conduct a little business? What's up with the bandages on your hands? Zaak snorts out a short burst of laughter. He waggles his bandaged hands in front of you. Oh, these? Nothing much, chummer, nothing much. Tussled with a spirit back in Amsterdam. You know, we elves are a very spiritual people. Race elf. Oh, come off it. Elves are not, on the whole, any more or less magical than anyone else I'm in a position to know. And it's true. I believe dwarves are more spiritual because we only go up a certain level for magic. I mean, we might have more charisma. I mean, charisma maxes out, but so we can be shamans. But fuck mages, no. You can only do this as an elf, though. Zaak lets out a short, barking laugh. Oh, come on. Stop denying yourself. Embrace the power inside of you. You've got the mojo, just like me. Accept it. Flash lowers his voice to a conspiratorial whisper. Between you and me, my mojo is stronger than any corp wage mages. Take those rat scum bastards as technology. They cast spells all day and all night, right? Fire this and lightning that, just tossing them out like candy. Yep, that's what they do. Look, I don't mean to cut you off, but I've got things to... Oh, right. Well, me, I'm just doing my thing, not casting spells. I'm storing up my energy, saving it. Can you imagine how much magic I have? I don't think that's how it works, Zaak. I don't think that's how it works, Zaak. Trust me, friend. I have secret knowledge. He slowly turns his head from side to side to give you a good look at his upturned ears. Like I said, it's in the blood. Biotech 3. I got Biotech 3. Examine his ears. Maybe you need Biotech, but I think you have to start it with being an elf, maybe. I forget, but yeah. Examine his ears. The scars are subtle, but to your trained eye, they stand out as though they were drawn on with red ink. It appears that Zaak's ears have been surgically cut, folded, and stitched back together. Ow. Ow! The implication is clear. Zaak Flash is not an elf, but a human who's had cheap plastic surgery to try to make himself look like one. You've heard of elf posers before, but you've never seen one in Germany until now. Well, there's a first time for everything. So, Zaak, how did your mojo hold up after the operation? You know, cosmetic autoplasty has come a long way in recent years. You could probably stand to have those ears touched up. The surgical scars are hard to miss. Does the whole magic elf routine help with sales? Help me out here, poser. Middle one. All at once, the smile vanishes from Zaak's face. A bead of sweat traces its way down his cheek. Look, you can't tell anyone about this, alright? The I'm a magic elf shtick boosts my sales. No problem, buddy. Your secret's safe. No problem, buddy. So, what do you give me to keep your little secret? Yeah! Shit. And he gave me some money. Yeah, I figured. Hang on a second. Hang on. He thrusts his hand into the pocket of his filthy jacket and rummages around. Eventually, he fishes out a small vial and a filthy crud stick. Here, some flash and some cash. Enjoy it. Now, are we done here? Show me what you got. I didn't want to pay for that, but I have to in order to get the trophy. God damn you, game. Okay. What did I come back here? Oh, hey, you're back. Great to see you. What can old Zaak get ya? Not change my mind. Zaak shrugs, then slowly raises his right hand and waggles his fingers. Toodles. God, toodles. He's supposed to have a deep voice. God, why do I get caught on everything in these Shadowrun games? I need a mouse. I need a mouse. Safe house. Okay. Gunari Mitbach. Romani. Okay, so Gunari Metbach. I guess Metbach. I don't Metbach. I don't know. Romani. How things are pronounced with Romani. The Romani Patriarch is an impressive figure, an enormous man in his late 60s, burly and broad-chested despite his age. His voice is deep and resonant. His breath is heavy with the stench of pipe tobacco. Deven Boxtel, elf. Don't know if that's even right. You're here to conduct some business? If so, I welcome you to Metbach Arms and Ammunition. If not, keep right on walking. I'm here to buy. Can you tell me about your inventory? We have weapons from all across Europe. Ares, Keska. Those are the brands. Okay, I thought those were places like in Europe or in other parts of the world. Fichetti, you name it. If it can be found on the continent, it can be acquired by Metbach Arms. Impressive setup. Let's do some business. Actually, it's actually it's actually hoping to ask you some few questions. You make a purchase, you can ask as many questions as you like. The corner of his mouth twitch upward. Make a big enough purchase, and who knows, I might even answer a few. I don't need a thing right now. Brush face hardens after a brief pause. He gives you a clear nod. Very well, Gajo. But if you come around again, you come with money and you come to buy, understand? Makes a shooing motion with his hand, waving you away. Move along now. Devlasa. I don't know. I can't speak. You have a circle around you, but I apparently can't talk with you right now. Bum 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 bum. Another Uban platform, and of course that's a gate, Dark. Dancer's bag. Will cause trouble. That's what will happen if I touch her bag. Tip the dancer. Toss 5 new yen into the bag. She's a dog who pounds on her. Actually, I thought that's where I was supposed to go. Wait, I'm completely wrong, aren't I? Apparently I am. Talismonger's shop. Oh no, that's where I need to go. I still walk through people. David. A pair of brown eyes peers up at you from under the hood of a grime-smeared winter coat. You recognize him as David, one of the Kreuzbasar's street kids. If you had to guess, you place him in his mid-teens, though it's difficult to tell beneath the grime and acne marring his face. You've seen him following Monika around between runs, chasing her heels like a lost puppy. She always seemed to have a soft spot for the kid. And he also has no face portrait for some reason. Ahoy, Hekton! Have you seen Monika around? I've been looking all over for her. Why don't you go ask Paul? Jeez. I am afraid I have some bad news for you, kid. The kid blinks, a blank expression on his face. She's dead, isn't she? It was quick. Well, no, I'm not gonna lie. I can't. Well, no, we won't say that. I'm sorry, kid. We all are. Yeah. Look, I think I want to be alone right now. I'll have to tell everyone about the Talismonger's shop. Listen. Wait a minute, who's that? I can't talk to that person right now. Listen. Something about the young elf behind the counter makes your breath catch in your chest. She's lovely to look at, but it's a strange kind of beauty. Her eyes are large and luminous and possibly green. As she looks up at you, you can tell, you can see that her irises are flecked with iridescent gold. Addison. Hello and welcome to Algernon's. Algernon. Sounds familiar. Welcome to Algernon's. Perhaps I can help you with something? As she smiles up at you, her eyes fixed on yours, a curious feeling of weightlessness fills your chest. It feels as though you're floating in a warm, calm sea. A gentle current pulls you closer to Absinthe, and the sensation is pleasant. As you drift, the golden specks in her eyes begin to move. Look away. Karma gain +1. Marshalling your strength, you manage to avert your gaze, breaking the Absinthe's stare. All at once, the floating sensation dissipates, and your consciousness snaps back to its normal state. What? What was that? What happened? My fault and my apologies. Sometimes when I daydream, I bring others along for the ride. It was unintentional. Yes, but there was no harm done, correct? You'll be fine. No harm done. If you excuse me, I'm going to go stand in the corner for a while. Harmless? I don't think so. Step away from me, elf. I want nothing more to do with you. No skin off my back. Now, let's get down to business. I have money and I need magic. She nods, taking care of to avert her gaze. You'll want to talk with Algernon. This is his establishment. He can help you. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have work to do. Algernon! Greetings, young elf. The elf's voice is smooth and silk and rich as clotted cream. Something about him instantly puts you at ease. I am Algernon I need water. I am Algernon Wow, can I not say half dream. I am Algernon Half-Dream, the owner of this establishment. In my shop, you will find only the finest in magical paraphernalia. Now, tell me, how may I serve you? If you're selling, I'm buying. Show me your inventory. Ooh, so now, as you notice, they split up some of the S might be new, but I feel like they split that up. I wish I knew if I can have 2 different spell slots for the regular magic attack. I want that. I can't buy both of those things. No. We'll go with just the armor. Oh, I have the throwing knife. I wonder if I think I have to increase strength to get another weapon slot, maybe? I forget. Hello again, may I help you? I have a question for you if you don't mind. You are in luck. I have a great many answers. What kind of magic do you practice? Shamanic? Hermetic? That's an R, isn't it? Yeah. Personally, the true kind, but I sell goods tailored to all traditions. In my shop, we do not discriminate. What's the true kind? Now, is there anything else that you need to know? What's your story? Have you been in the Kreuzbasar long? I have many stories. Stories of dancing spirits and raging dragons, of unchecked magic and swarming chaos. All these stories are true. As for the Kreuzbasar, I've always been here, quietly peddling my wares. It is a simple life, but a good one. Yeah, and you split yourself in multiple forms. It's insane. Anywho, my character wouldn't know that. Dark would know that, but not Hekton. What's the deal with your assistant? There's something funny about her eyes. Absinthe is a friend, nothing more. She helps out around the shop when the fancy strikes her. She is nobody's assistant, and I am no one's master. You haven't answered my question. He pauses for a moment, considering. I believe that they suit her personality. That's interesting. Now, is there anything else that you need to know? On second thought, I've got to go. Thanks anyway. What else do you say? I have work to do. That's what she says. Ah! Oh yeah. He waits obediently outside. That's sweet. Okay. Alright. But he comes near. Cafe. She's Faye. She's Fee. Menu board. The special today is a caramel soykov. Jan Goldschmidt. Or Jan Goldschmidt. Hello, my friend. The voice... I didn't read the second part, so I might have to change that. The voice that comes from the man in the chair is as enormous as its owner. Hello, my friend. A deep, booming roar, dripping with unrestrained mirth. A fine day for Soykov, yes? Yes, it certainly is a beautiful... Every day is a fine day. From the back of the store, the voice of the shopkeeper cuts you off. I don't know what voice to give him, because I don't know a Turkish voice. Don't mind the fool in the chair. He roars like a traumatized walrus, stewing all day in his sweat. The man behind the bar glares at Goldschmidt, his upper lips curled in disgust. I tolerate him only because he takes his Soykov by the bucket. Goldschmidt responds with a raucous belly laugh. Apparently he finds the shopkeeper's insults to be hilarious. Ah, too, mein friend. You are quick-witted and sharp-tongued as ever. I bow to you. If you wouldn't mind... Once again, the shopkeeper cuts in. To bow to me, you would first have to vacate your chair. Shopkeeper claps his hands together, clasping them in front of his chest. I shall summon a team of determined young men and an ox to assist with that task. With luck, you will be on your feet by nightfall. Goldschmidt smiles up at you, his small eyes glittering. Enough of this senseless bickering. You have approached me for a reason, yes? Tell me, what can Jan Goldschmidt do for you? Something bad is going to happen. If he doesn't stop interrupting me. Why do you put up with those insults? Don't you have any pride? I put up with them because they amuse me. The fact that they amuse me infuriates my dear friend Altu, who in turn hurls more insults. Goldsmith raises his Soykov cup in salute. And thus the cycle continues. It is 2 years now that I have been your customer. Yes, Altu? 2 years of Soykov and strained patience, yes. And I remain happy, and Altu makes money. An ideal business relationship. That all sounds perfectly healthy. Take care, Jan. Goldschmidt gives you a deep nod, his jowls quivering. Until next time, my friend. See, and some of these people I can't... Oh, I wasn't paid... No, he didn't have pointed ears, so he's just a shorter human. Never mind. Got 450 left, right? I need to see if I can buy something from what's his name. There. You know what? Let's do it right now. I don't think I can because I only have 450. $450 million now. But let's see. God damn it! God damn it! God damn it! Okay. Smartly guns. I'm going to buy a Spirit Flashbang grenade. There we go. I don't conduct business with suppliers that I know nothing about, even though I just bought something. Tell me about Meadowbach Arms. And I don't discuss family matters with customers, let alone strangers. It's nothing personal. The answer is no. Understood? Understood, Aaron Meadowbach. You show me respect. This is good. Meadowbach nods his approval. Now, unless you're led to take yours elsewhere. Let's get back to business, eh? I might have screwed up the dialogue. I don't know if that's how it is. I don't remember. Well, it's just because it's the start, one or the other. If I screwed up, meow. Okay, let's go back into the cafe. Try meander my way around there. Damn it! Meander the right way, Dark. Meander the right way! Stop getting caught up on things. Gosh. Annoying. Come on. Burakgazi. O2 Burakgazi. The man behind the counter looks right past you and at the dog following close behind. Dante! I will fetch his water dish, and perhaps a coffee for our friend here. Amsel sends his regards. Soykov, black. Blech! Should be flavored. Should be a latte. Sure has cream and sugar. The Turk looks disgusted. Very well. A Soykov. He tisks to himself. Welcome, honored Effendime. And you are Burakgazi. Burakgazi serve you. And how can Burakgazi serve you today? You would like a cup of coffee, perhaps? Paul Amsel. Coffee, as in real coffee, not soy coffee? Yes, for individuals of refined taste, I offer genuine bean coffee from my native Turkey. The cafe owner looks you in the eye. The tone of his voice grows low and serious. This is the tone of his voice grows low. This is top shelf. This is a top shelf item, my friend, and not for the general public, only for those few discerning connoisseurs who can properly appreciate it. I think I am the sort who can appreciate it. Tell me about the Turkish coffee. It is hand-picked by my family in Turkey, a true delicacy of the sixth world. This was considered a luxury even before the awakening, when bean coffee was everywhere. Every street corner, they say. So I was incorrect. Coffee's not a nut. Coffee's a fruit. I got that wrong. I don't know why I thought it was a nut. It's not a bean. It's a seed. But the seed might look like a nut, so that might be why. Or take the shape of a nut. But it's a fruit. Comes from a flower. Burakazi leans in close, lowering his voice to a conspiratorial whisper. Long hours in the shop have perfumed his body with the coming-led sense of coffee, incense, and applewood tobacco. Trust me, if your coffee experience has been limited to Soykov, you must not deny yourself this opportunity. You will see God. Alright, you sold me. How much? This is a specialty item, delivered at some cost. I cannot part with it for less than 50 new yen a cup. Deal. Very well. It's a mission item, so yeah. Bragazi hands you a ceramic travel cup, which he then fills to the brim with dark, seeming liquid. The scent is intoxicating. Is there anything more that I can help you, that I can get you? Paul Amsel sends his regards. When he hears Amsel's name, the Turk's voice lowers and his accent becomes less exaggerated. His eyes take on a knowing look. Ah, very good. I don't know what a stereotypical Turkish voice sounds like. Please express to Herr Amsel my appreciation of his patronage. If he needs any more catering jobs seen to in the future, I am always happy to help, or happy to provide. I don't follow. You can discuss of the details of his Green Winter's order with me. That's too direct. He tells me you're developing the menu to a friend of his now, Herr Winters, I believe. I want to hear all about it. Yes, of course, O wise one. Kami, come. A young woman bustles in from the back room. Her gum chewing is loud enough to hear over the noise of the coffee grinders. Bragazi spits something out in rapid-fire Turkish. As you wish, uncle. I will see to it right away. Kami offers you a shy grin, snaps her gum, and hurries back into the room that she came from. My girl Kami is arranging to make contact with the chef as we speak. This will likely take some time. My chef is a busy man. While we wait, I wonder if you would be so kind as to run a small errand for me. A trifle, really. I hate to trouble you, but I trouble you. I'm embarrassed to even ask, but I would be most appreciative of your help. I'm not your errand-born. I do a job, I get paid. Of course, Herr Burakazi. It's no trouble at all. Alto's voice lowers to nearly a whisper. The errand is simple, hardly worthy of you. I've installed a number of data taps to Berlin's fiber optic network. It's not that hard to say, Dark. As part of my civic duty, you understand. These taps provide free matrix access to all who live in the Kreuzbasar. In order to maintain their, how do I say it, their anonymity. I don't know why it's so hard for me to say that word. Each tap's protocol buffer must be reset every few days. I simply wish for you to visit each data tap, and reset it. Simple enough. That's it? No catch? There's no catch. I assure you it is time-consuming and a bit tedious, nothing more. Just reset the tap and come back when you are finished. There should be 3 of them scattered around this neighborhood. The first one is just aside. Look for a middle box with yellow arrows painted atop it. By the time of your return, I should have the information Amsel requested. do. Get stuck on a chair, because dark is amazing. A yellow box. A box with a yellow arrow, I mean. Oh, right here. So, apps protocol buffers now reset. Going around and and resetting buffers, 'cause that's my job. That's my job. Wow, wow, wow. What the other one is. There. It's something I remember, and I don't remember if it's this one or the last one. Okay, it's the last one. And I know where the last one is. It's where I was standing earlier when I was over there. Because I thought something was over there, and it was this, so that's why. Okay. Tabs protocol buffers now reset. As you are resetting the data tab, you notice that someone has duct taped a small homemade receiver to the system. An earplug dangles from the receiver. Put the earplug in your ear. The sound of heavy machinery makes it difficult to hear the words that are being spoken. After a moment, you find you can make out two distinct voices: a nasal woman who sounds like a heavy smoker, and a man who speaks in a high-pitched, breathy tone. Just heard. Monika. Need to verify. Good for us. Continue listening. It sounds like a conveyor belt. I actually don't know how this is connected. I don't remember how this is connected. That bothers me. It's been a long time since I played this game. It's been a long time since I played the third game, to be quite honest. I sound like a conveyor belt starting adds to the noise of machinery, and you can't make out anything else until it comes to a stop a minute later. Think our next step. Wait. Isn't ready to make a move yet. To be patient. See who steps up. Could be someone more. More conveyor belts start up. All you can hear is the sound of machinery. Listening. Some sort of motorized vehicle starts up, drowning out everything else. You're listening. A bell rings loudly again. Again, it sounds like a telephone. You hear the sound of a door slamming shut, and the noise of machinery is suddenly muffled. There's a rattle of plastic, and the ringing stops. The nasal woman's voice can be heard again in a sing-song tone. Guten Tag. How may I help you? Silence. Her tone changes, becomes more businesslike. I heard. Yes, he knows. I told him it wasn't time to make a move yet. What do you think I am, an idiot? The council needs to meet again. I know. Getting everyone in the same room is challenging. Getting them to agree on a course of action is going to be even more challenging. From my perspective, the Kreuzbasar was only stable because of her. If she really is out of the way, well, we'll see, won't we? Yeah, I know. What can I say? Things go slow in the flux sometimes. You hear the sound of a door opening again, and the cacophony of machinery fills the line. You can't make out anything more. Walk away. I honestly don't remember, so I can't put that in perspective at the moment, and it bothers me. It really, truly bothers me, just as much as me not being able to walk properly to places. Who thinks Dark's gonna remember the voices for the NPCs? I mean, he's not raising it. I'm not raising my hand. Wait, go in here. Welcome, Alto. Wait, Ultu or Ultug? What's his name? Smiles at you from behind the counter. Welcome back, honored Effendime. Effendime. Or Effendim? Would it be Effendime or Effendim? Probably Effendim. How may I serve you? I finished with your little trifle, Herr Barakgazi. Ah, very good. I assume you had no difficulties? Not at all. It was good to take the night air. Easy, just like you said. So those taps are on public services. Is that it? Difficulties? No. One of the taps have been modified a bit, though. Someone was using it as a surveillance device. He laughs. Of course they were. I would be surprised they wouldn't. They weren't. Man, this is Berlin after all. In the flux, everyone spies. If you do not spy, how will you know who is in power and who will be in power next? If you are to stay here, Effendim, whatever, you must get used to it. Who enters the Turkish bath will sweat, as my uncle Tadimer always says. Nevertheless, I shall have one of my people look into it. Wait, there's more. I listened on the top and heard something. Might be important. He eyes you closely, amused. Oh-ho! Tell me, O listener at keyholes, what did you hear on this surveillance tap you found? I couldn't make out much. A nasal woman and a high-pitched man. They seemed pleased Monika was out of the picture. The Turk's face falls. News travels fast in Berlin. These two are known to me. Is there more? The woman got a call. She talked about a council meeting tonight to decide if they should make a move. Then she was drowned out by heavy machinery. He nods grimly. Most excellent. It is indeed fortuitous that you discovered this information, though it is not unexpected. I'll have one of my people attend the council meeting and report back. Very interested in this, so let me know what happens. With that out of the way, let us return to our pressing business. He barks a stream of rapid-fire Turkish, and the gum-chewing young woman comes hurrying out and onto the counter. The menu for Herr Amsel, Uncle. Kami hands you a folded piece of paper. Inside is a memory stick. Please extend my consolations to him. The death of Fraulein Schaefer must have hit him hard. Barakgazi gives Kami a small nod, and she hurries out of the room. When she has gone, he returns his attention to you. Please express my condolences as well. I only just heard the news. Monika wow, Dark is tired. I'm gonna have to quit soon. Monika was an important part of this community. He frowns. Few know how important. The memory card Kami just handed you. Take the memory card stick to Amsel. Kami just handed you. Oh, he's talking. The memory stick Kami just handed you. Oh, they turned back on the AC. Should contain all the information Herr Amsel requires from our shift in the field. Should you require my services in the future, you know where to find me. Until then, good day. Come on, Dante. Let's load the screen, because apparently even on a PS4 Pro, this game can't quickly load stuff. Although I think it was like that on the computer. I don't remember. It's been years. Safe house. What's sad about the first and the third game, the first game, they didn't come with MP3 or FLAC files to listen to. This game did. Well, when I bought it. And Hong Kong, I did not get any, which sucks. I don't know if you should buy the more expensive one, which is Bocap. Like, you should be able to get... Well, whatever. Whatever about that. Do you all say the same thing? Yeah, okay. Amsel. Hekton. Amsel peers at you apprehensively. His eyes are bloodshot, his expression grim. Did you get the information about Green Winters? Yes, I spoke to Altu. He gave me this memory stick. Let's see what his agent has to say. Amsel snatches the memory stick from your hand and slots it into his computer terminal. I should have stopped. I should have saved. What am I doing? This is going to be another story dump. A lore dump, honestly. You know what? Before I continue, I'll be right back. I'm going to take care of my nightly bathroom duties. That sounds really weird and vague. I'm going to brush my teeth and other stuff, so I'll be right back. Meine Güte, meine Güte. Okay. He navigates a series of command lines. Nope. He navigates a series of command line menus. And then Dark pops off his microphone. Jeez. Command line menus, and a wall of amber text floods the screen. Amsel scans it, mouthing the words as his eyes flit back and forth. Where Ghazi's agent tailed Green Winters to a hotel in a cesspool of a kets called the Dragonfall. The hotel is called Das Kesselhaus. It is a renovated factory nestled deep in the heart of Dragonfall. It appears that Winters is holed up there. Recently, there was some contention between two gangs over control of this neighborhood. Due to the gang violence, the agent refused to follow Winters inside of the hotel, but he confirms that he is still there, still inside. Well, what are we waiting for? Iger slings her rifle over her shoulder with a single spare motion. Gear up, people. We have a hotel to raid. Gloria and Diedrich pause, exchange looks with Paul. Just a moment, Iger. Amsel rises from his chair, drawing himself to full height. Even so, he has to crane his neck to look up in her eye. You are an excellent soldier, and nobody questions your competence in the field. Your loyalty to this team is equally commendable. That said, we believe that Hekton is the right choice to lead the team. She goes, what? There is a long pause before Iger speaks. When she does, her voice comes out dull and flat. What? Don't mistake this decision for a reprimand. Monika considered your contributions to the team to be invaluable. But we all know that she wasn't comfortable putting a soldier in charge. Iger speaks through clenched teeth. Her words are measured, but her expression is livid. This is unbelievable. You want to put the rookie in charge. Again. She shakes her head. Don't you people learn from your mistakes? Hekton is the reason we're still alive, Iger. He kept us together. He led us out of there in one piece, making him your golden boy. She sounds tired, resigned, but above all, disappointed. This is more of your Flux-State idiocy at work, isn't it? Diedrich reaches out, put his hand on her shoulder. It's what Monika believed in. Iger's voice tightens. For a moment, her control slips and her face contorts in grief. Yeah, and look what that got her. She straightens to her full height. Let me give you a piece of advice. In the field, only two things matter. The mission and survival. Everything else is a distraction. Your ridiculous politics have no place on a Shadowrun. Diedrich manages a smile. What can I say? We're German. We have a history of strong political views. Iger sighs. The tone of resignation returns to her voice. Screw it. Let's put an end to this. I've got the skill and experience to lead this team. Hekton, on the other hand, was appointed by Monika as a joke. If you'd rather he take the lead, I'll abide by that. But I want to hear each of you say it. No quarrel with you, Iger. I'll do as the group wishes. You stay out of this. She stabs an armored finger into your chest. Hard. Dang, stop stabbing my chest. Stabbing. Yeah, I said the right word. Dark is tired, folks. The moment she raises her hand to you, Dante's ears laid back and lets out a low growl. Reflexively, she takes a half step back. I think we've heard about what Dante has to say. As for my part, Hekton saved our lives back there. You may not believe it, but he did. The way I see it, that means I follow his lead a while longer. Glory's voice is uncharacteristically gentle. I trusted Monika's judgment. Therefore, I trust in Hekton's judgment. The decision is finished, Iger. Amsel speaks softly, but his tone is firm. Hekton will take Monika's place as the leader of this team. Monika's death deserves vengeance. I intend to see it done. We're in over our heads, but whatever we stumbled into tonight, I'll see us through it. I'll do whatever it takes to keep this team and Monika's legacy alive. That includes taking your advice, Iger. Running the shadows is simple work. Survive, get paid. I plan to keep us alive long enough to find a payday at the end of this tunnel. Great. Hey, Iger, could you grab me a soy coffee? Jesus. I'll do whatever it takes to keep this team and Monika's legacy alive. That includes taking your advice, Iger. Iger gives you a small nod. That's big of you. That's big of you. She looks from Diedrich to Glory to Amsel, finally down to Dante. Then she sighs. I don't agree with this decision, but I will respect it. She nods again, more decisively this time. Hekton takes the lead then. Conversation closed. It's time to move on. We need to focus on chasing down Green Renters. Whatever his name is. Optional. Investigate your mission computer. Oh, God. That might be for next time, folks, because that's a lot of background info. So, I'm going to wrap this up soon. Indeed, I have transferred the information that we received from Altu to the computer terminal in the next room. It used to be Monika's personal workstation, Hekton. Now it is yours. Monika kept a variety of notes and dossiers. Yeah, it's French, right? Dossiers on that machine. I would suggest reviewing her notes when you have the time. Amsel turns his attention away from you and back to his computer screen. Good hunting. I will eagerly await your return. I wouldn't suggest driving to Drogen Keeper. The road's unsafe. Taking the U-Bahn would be faster anyway. When I want your opinion, I'll ask for it. Thanks for the tip, Iger. The U-Bahn it is. Iger nods, then turns to check her equipment. The rest of the group disperses in turn. Oh! Take the U-Bahn to Drogen Keeper. You now command a team of Shadowrunners. Well, when traveling to new mission locations, you'll be able to choose which members of your team to bring and modify their loadout for the run. When members of your team become permanently incapacitated on a mission, they'll be automatically extracted for emergency medical care. They will be patched up and ready for action the next time you return to your safe house. Avoid this loss of firepower by always carrying Umona trauma kits into the field. These can be purchased at the street dogs office in the Kreuzbasar. He doesn't call himself street dog though. Hekton, you should probably be getting ready for your trip to Kessel House. Time is short. What? I didn't talk with you. What the fuck? I'd like to ask you about another member of the team. You have questions about your teammates, I'd recommend checking your mission computer. I know that Monika wrote dossiers on each of them. What's to say? She'd be the best qualified to tell you about the capabilities anyway. For you about Kreuzbasar. The slice of heaven, isn't it? What can I tell you about our keats? I'd like to get your take on some of the other people in the Kreuzbasar. What can I sell payday found on a run? Okay, that's it. You have to check on the computer. Okay, that's weird. Check the Shadowrun's BBS. Okay, BBS. Okay, what was that? That's Bulletin Board Service, right? Something like that? I don't know. On the mission computer. Monika, she used the bidding service there to sell valuable data. Other people in Kreuzbasar. Very well, where to begin? Samuel Beckenbauer is a good man, perhaps a bit xenophobic, but this is to be expected. He stands up for the rights of the goblinoid races, the orcs and the trolls, yes? And they have been more vilified and victimized than any of the other metahuman breeds. What is important is that he is a leader and a healer, and that he helps his people. In the Soikov shop, you will find Jan Goldschmidt. I tell you that you will find him there because he never seems to leave the place. Every time I go for a coffee, he is there, sipping on his Soikov. Beyond that, I cannot say what I think of the man. He is a jovial sack of fat. Perhaps you speak with him. Perhaps if you speak with him, you can learn something more. I wonder what Soikov tastes like. Is it just coffee made from soybeans? I think that's what it is, right? Or is it something synthetic? I don't know. That's it. Don't eat anything. Sorry to have bothered you. Well, that's not the right way. I think it's over here. Your workstation and mission computer, the command center for your team's operations, and your last link to the memory of Monika Schaefer. Her thoughts and words live on in the machine. At times, it's easy to forget that she's gone. The cool blue tones of the workstation's main menu fill the screen. A blinking message in the upper right corner notifies you that you have 0 unread messages. Access to Shadowland BBS. Shadowland connection established successfully. Link STR strength 100%. Spoofing 1. Group info no anon. Welcome to Shadowland. Post payday for sale. Attach data to escrow account. Data will be automatically sold to the highest bidder. Both parties will remain anonymous throughout transaction. Post the Antiquities delivery schedule. Posting successful. Posting will remain active for 2 days. Let's search BBS for other keywords. Topics matching local keywords. Thread. Killer in Seattle? Anyone else reading about this? City's got a Lone Star contract and they can't catch the guy. This Emerald City Ripper has been on a spree and so far no one has a clue. Pathetic. If something like that happened on my block, some vigilantes would have tracked him down and stopped him. Shows how good state payroll cops are. Maelstrom. 4-13-358 07-24-54. Who says it's a he? They don't have any leads. Tolstoy, forfeited, cemetery, Victoria. I might not read that, the Times, man. Ha! I'll be in Seattle next week. Forward any info you have about this Ripper, and I'll see about taking him out for a date with my Wather MA 2100. No, I can't. I'm sure Lone Star will have a fat reward waiting for whoever blasts this goon. Pro shot. We're posting this side. Who is Blutz? I think that's the name. I'm still recovering the logs. This hot dogger just thrashed my land trying a hosting server. Sounds like some kid pissed over his cartoons getting canceled. Left a bunch of garbage files all over my disks, and I'll be cleaning them up all day. They should have made you pass a dumbass test before you're allowed to deck in this town. Lumens. So I don't know where everyone's supposed to be, because in Germany, that's not how dates are done. That's U.S. American dating system. So unless that becomes all synced, like New Yen being the world currency, the Penjian currency, you know what I mean? So I don't know. I just hit something on my TV remote. Step up your security. Write some white IC programs if you can. At least make the kid's hair stand on and for a few hours next time he tries it. Story. Just make sure that your IC is quick. Heavy hitting IC is no good if it can't catch up with an intruder. A fact that I take advantage of on a regular basis. Clockwork. Always running, eh, CW? The smiling bandit. Strikes again. Ha ha ha. Like clockwork. If you two are finished, I did have IC on the thing. Tracked the hole down. Grocery store across the street was piggybacking on my land, and they left an unsecured jack point in a bathroom stall. Old as hell maintenance jack in a fuse box. My security ignored it. Mystery solved. Oh! No, never mind. Not what I'm thinking of. Lumens. Shadowland isn't your personal tech support board, Lumens. Glad to see you fix your own problem. Only way you're going to learn, Maelstrom. Huh. No more posts in this thread. Go back. Yeah, you come later, I think. After you post, you come back later. I don't know if it's after a run or after 2 runs. I'll check regardless, and then you can get money transferred via internet or matrix or whatever we want to call it. I think you plug your cut stick in or something. All right, we're gonna save it here because Dark is getting tired and doesn't want to do any more playing, and his speaking, his voice is probably going bleh. But I'm tired, so man. Don't think I got any. No, I didn't. I was like, I don't think I got any karma. All right. Monday, I am going to go through the computer before we go on the mission. If I remember. That's the thing. Hopefully I remember. But I'll do that. And they will go on the mission to track down Green Winters. And why the fuck he set us on this wild goose chase that was not a milk run and got our friend and colleague Monika Schaefer's killed. Anywho, this has been DarkElf85 on YouTube or HektontheMage here on PSN, and this has been Shadowrun Dragonfall Director's Cut. I hope you all have a good rest of the day, night, or anywhere in between. Stay safe out there, folks, as much as you can. And goodbye.